Light snowfall this early morning with a possible wintry mix associated with that. More about that coming up for in just a moment.
Community members gathered last night to share how potential Medicaid and ACA cuts could impact their lives. I'll have more info on that up next.
Savannah Guthrie and her siblings pleading for their mother's safe return, the new video and possible ransom note ahead. And about 700 ICE agents are leaving Minnesota. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter. On this Thursday, February 5th, also known as National Weather Person's Day. We'll send it over now to our favorite weather person, Art Jarrett. He is tracking a little bit of a wintry mix, but there's some good news. There's some light at the end of the tunnel, right?
It'll be short-lived, and it's actually pretty light. We're going to get maybe 1/10 of an inch or less out of this. It could wet the roadways, and we have refreezing the possibilities of that, so it'll make the roadways slick for you if you're driving or walking on the sidewalks, so please be careful. It's also chilly out there as well. As you get into a little bit closer to Black River Falls and areas right by Eau Claire, you're seeing some snowfall over them right now. That's the lighter portion of the snow. The darker shade of blue you get, the darker that snow will be. Right back to areas by La Crosse, we lost our snowfall. It's getting into some more snowfall over by Toma. They've been in it most of the morning. Holding on to areas right by Richland Center, they've been in and out of it as well. You get a wider view here with a wintry mix in the forecast. And then as we get in the afternoon, though, we get rid of that snowfall by 10 o'clock this morning. And then this afternoon, we're back in the 30s widespread. Current temperatures right now in the 20s. Remember, these were like our highs yesterday. And we're seeing now widespread 20s in your forecast as we go through the morning hours. By the afternoon, we'll get into much milder conditions. You've got the wind chill out there right now because we have some light winds. We'll even see stronger winds tomorrow. Holding on to snowfall coming in as we go right through the mid-morning hours, and the late morning hours will be done. Cloudier skies will prevail with temperatures in the 20s, and then the 30s will come our way. That's a look at your forecast. I'll have more about this coming up when I return.
Thank you, Art. La Crosse residents are speaking out about how health care changes could affect their lives. News 8 Now Seth Padilla is in the newsroom with those details. Good morning, Seth.
Good morning, Alexandra. Community members gathered last night to share how potential Medicaid and ACA cuts could impact their lives. The event at Black River Beach Neighborhood Center gave residents a platform to tell their personal stories. Organizers say those accounts can influence lawmakers as they make decisions about health care access and costs.
Stories are powerful, and we know that when people hear stories on a consistent basis, and we're letting our legislators know how we feel about this, that they can change their mind.
Organizers say those stories can carry real weight, with lawmakers deciding the future of healthcare access. They plan to compile the stories and present them to state and federal representatives. Reporting from the newsroom, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
Thank you, Seth. And this morning, the family of Nancy Guthrie, in an emotional new video, speaking directly to their mother's potential abductor. It's now been nearly 5 days since the mother of Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie was last seen at her home. CBS's Jared Hill reports from New York.
Our mom is our heart and our home.
In a gut-wrenching new video, Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie, her brother and sister are pleading for their mother Nancy to be returned safely.
Mama, if you're listening, we need you to come home.
The message as the desperate search for the 84-year-old intensifies into its 5th day. Savannah acknowledging a possible ransom note was sent to multiple media organizations.
We are ready to talk. However, we live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated. We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her.
Pima County Sheriff Chris Nano says they still have not identified a suspect or a person of interest. Wednesday night, after a call with Savannah, President Trump said he's directing all federal law enforcement to be at complete disposal to help find Guthrie. Wednesday, investigators are back at her home in Tucson canvassing for clues as the community lifted the Guthries in prayer.
Just truly bowing together to wish and hope Nancy comes home.
A hope held fast by her children.
We will not rest. Your children will not rest until we are together again.
Jared Hill, CBS News.
Heartbreaking, and the FBI says it'll send more personnel to Arizona to help that investigation. Closer to home, Wisconsin is putting more money into public school libraries than ever before. Secretary of State Sarah Godlewski visited Memorial High School in Eau Claire, highlighting the record funding, $73.5 million. That is a 5% bump from last year.
The Common School Fund is specifically for books and technology, which we know are so important for our kids' learning, whether that's learning about STEM to technology, but all of that is important, and we're glad to be able to set our schools up for success.
The increase in funding brings the total Common School Fund for 2026 to $1.6 billion. Happening today, the Hmong Cultural and Community Center hosting its first rice drive, providing rice and essential items for La Crosse elders who could be affected by immigration enforcement. Anybody 59 or older can receive a package per address. The drive runs 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. or until supplies run out. The city of La Crosse is remembering a local legend. Pat Stevens, the man known as Mr. Fest or Positive Pat, has died. News 8 Now's Grace Monk takes a look back at his lasting legacy.
Pat Stevens, a beloved community leader, died Tuesday at the age of 77.
Everyone knows already that Dad had a huge heart. His heart's been a little bit on overdrive, and that led to a big heart surgery last week. And he was home recovering slowly but surely, but unfortunately yesterday his heart decided to stop.
Stevens was a driving force behind many of La Crosse's major events and organizations. One of his biggest legacies is Rotary Lights.
People would call the house needing something and they go, "What do you mean he's got a job?" I said, "Well, he works." And he would take vacation days to set up and to take down at Rotary Lights.
Through the organization, Stevens brought joy to families across the Coulee region and worked to collect food donations for those in need. Stevens also served as Irish Fest president for 20 years and played a role in establishing the area's Freedom Honor Flight chapter.
It was just in the hospital last week that he was able to secure a band for the welcome back party on Saturday night. That's always hard to do because bands in the spring are so busy, but he was able to get a high school band. He was doing that from his hospital room.
Stevens was a husband, father, and grandfather.
Man, did he love his kids and grandkids. And he took so much pride in everything that they did.
His family describes him as extremely loving and giving.
We want the community to just always remember what he gave to this community and that they take that to heart and also give, because that would be his best legacy, that he had started a whole giving community.
Reporting in La Crosse, Grace Monk, News 8 Now This Morning.
Pat was also a friend of our show, and we'll certainly miss him. Family and friends can pay your respects next Thursday from 4 to 8 at St. Patrick's Catholic Church in Onalaska. Second visitation running Friday from 10 to 10:45 a.m. with funeral services starting at 11. And some other developing news this morning. Border Czar Tom Homan is pulling 700 ICE agents out of Minneapolis. Homan was sent to the city after ICE agents shot and killed 2 U.S. citizens at separate protests. Just over 2,000 agents remain as officials work to ease tensions.
My goal with the support of President Trump is to achieve a complete drawdown and end this surge as soon as we can.
Homan calls the operation a success, but admits it was not perfect. President Trump is urging Republicans to nationalize ballot counting in 15 places. He's also pushing the SAVE Act, a bill requiring proof of citizenship to vote. Studies show voter fraud is exceedingly rare, with rates as low as 0.00008% in swing states. Trump and his allies filed 62 lawsuits challenging the 2020 election. Only one initially succeeded before that was overturned. The push comes a week after he sent the FBI to search an elections office in Georgia.
I'm as against nationalizing election now as I was back in 2022 when the Democrats tried to do it. Now, having said that, I think the SAVE Act would be a great bill if we can get 60 votes in the Senate, because the world's changed.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer called the SAVE Act dead on arrival in the Senate. Time now is 6:09. Still ahead on your morning news, Google's parent company planning to spend $185 billion on AI this year, what that means for the tech race. And good news for chicken wing fans, but bad news if you plan to serve shrimp, what your Super Bowl party will cost you this year.
It's time for the Holman Locker and Meat Market Hog Sale. Order a whole hog, half hog, or our pork bundle. Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality local meat.
We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers. So switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. We've got coverage no matter where we're at.
America's best network meets off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. And now, for a limited time, get our most value-packed plan ever. Families can save over $1,000 a year versus Verizon and AT&T on streaming, satellite, and more benefits that they leave out.
It's the President's Week sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, a huge store-wide event. Shop now for big sale prices, 24-month financing, and free gas just for shopping Drury's. Only at Drury's will you find the biggest brands like Hanadel, FlexSteel, Stressless, and La-Z-Boy, plus a design team to help you pull it all together. Great sale prices, 24-month financing, and free gas. Now during the President's Week sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Family-owned for 100 years.
Score big savings at Menards. Find your style with Patriot Lighting. Right now, over 100 stock vanity lights are on sale. Add a finishing touch to your bathroom with a Savion vanity light. Available in 3 finishes, just $44.89. Finish the project with Fight Electric Enhanced Dimmable Light Bulbs. They make colors appear natural and more vibrant. Get a $10 rebate on a single qualifying purchase of $40 or more on Fight Electric Enhanced Dimmable Light Bulbs.
Save big money at Menards.
Another day, same pain, same meds, same struggling for symptom relief. Injections like Humira and Enbrel work similarly to treat moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or psoriatic arthritis. But if your symptoms haven't improved enough, Rinvoq works differently. It's a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve RA and PSA joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. Even after 3 years, many people felt this relief. In PSA, Rinvoq can leave skin noticeably clearer.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Do something different. Ask your doctor if switching to Rinvoq is right for you.
It's time for the Holman Locker and Meat Market Hog Sale. Order a whole hog, half hog, or our pork bundle. Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality local meat.
In your morning consumer news, U.S. hiring slumped last month. Payroll company ADP says the economy added just 22,000 private sector jobs, about half of what experts were expecting. ADP's chief economist says job creation has slowed for 3 years, but wages remain stable. The official government jobs report is delayed due to the shutdown. Google's parent company is doubling down on AI. Alphabet plans to spend up to $185 billion this year building AI data centers. That is double what it spent last year. The move comes as Alphabet's annual revenue topped $400 billion for the first time. And the big game means big business. Consumers watching the game at home are expected to spend a little more on their snacks this weekend. Karen Kafa takes a look at what's up and what's down at the supermarket.
Football fans hosting family and friends for Sunday's big game will pay a little bit more overall for snacks than last year. The Wells Fargo Agri-Food Institute crunched the numbers on a spread for a party of 10. They found it will cost about $140, up 1.6% from 2025. Wells Fargo Food and Agriculture Chief Economist Michael Swanson says some fan favorites are trending lower.
Chicken wings got less expensive thanks to more supply. Avocados are down about 2.5% as well. Nachos are down, the chips are down.
Some proteins, Swanson says, have pushed higher, like shrimp.
We import most of the shrimp that we eat from a bunch of countries like India, Vietnam, Thailand, and it was kind of really low pricing last year, so it's bounced back. So up about 8% from a year ago.
And Stu Leonard Jr., president and CEO of the Stu Leonard supermarket chain, says sliders may be the best option for burgers because beef prices are still elevated.
Beef market is still a little bit high. It's a little tense
out in the market, but that's a supply and demand issue.
Wells Fargo also found some fresh vegetables trending higher. Cherry tomatoes, celery, and cauliflower up between 2% and 4%. But there's better news for cheese lovers.
You can't have a Super Bowl party without a big cheese platter right here, okay?
Dairy prices have been falling, Leonard says, lowering the cost of that cheese platter. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
That is a look at your consumer news. We will send it over now to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He is tracking the forecast for us.
All right, we're going right back into some breezy winds this early morning. Wind is getting up to about 25 miles per hour gusting. We also have the snowfall that's way up there by Eau Claire. You can see as we continue to move right through how this all shapes up. We're going to go how this all continues to move. You can see it by Eau Claire, working all the way down southward, going towards Toma, and eventually as you get into it, it's moving away from us here and Prairie du Chien as well. There's a dry slot working right here along the river. So you see that coming towards Winona with another break right now coming their way, and that may slide right back into La Crosse right now to finish out. But you get into it right now, you're holding on to drier conditions as you can see right there, and then right back down to areas where to a widespread view, you're getting more of that possibly coming back again for tonight later on. But we've got a wintry mix this early morning. We're done by after the mid-morning hours. We'll get into milder conditions for the day. High temperatures will start to warm up gradually. Lows mostly in the widespread 20s, and I mentioned before, this is what our highs looked like yesterday, right? And the day before yesterday. Well, we're at least getting into temperatures that continue to warm over the next 24 hours here from I should say from yesterday. We're up above look at that, plus 34 degrees right now, holding on to locally, getting into Winona, plus 27. And then as we get into it, not much happening out there. You can see it's been a little bit quiet. The roadways are dampened right now, but you may see a little bit of refreezing coming in. So slicker roadways, some slippery roadways and sidewalks also possible in the forecast. Giving way to areas by Toma, you're looking at 24 degrees, feels like 24. You just transferred out right now, 9 miles of visibility. You're holding on to the possibility of this continuing on from the north, working out of the area towards the south and southeast, up and out it goes. You see it brush areas right to the Richland Center area and then done. Toma got a piece of that as well. Drier conditions will ensue. We'll see 20s and 20s turning into 40s as we go in the forecast. I should say 30s in the forecast today. And those 30s will continue to linger all the way towards the midnight hour, where we have some more snowfall coming back again as we go to night around 9 o'clock hour into the overnight hours and into tomorrow morning for more snowfall. Hence, you have a wintry mix for tomorrow morning. You'll see a little bit more ice associated with that and snowfall, giving way to, again, 30s widespread to near 40 degrees. We'll take it in how this all looks for high temperatures across the board. You'll see that as we go right into today. You're looking at those 30s, again, widespread, holding on to the possibility of this, leaning into a wintry mix today, tomorrow. So 30% chance. We'll also see Saturday, we'd have temperatures dropping down, getting a little cooler. You're seeing 5 degrees in the morning for the low, 22 degrees for our high. So you'll see a lot of 20s and teens in the forecast, giving way to a break on Sunday as we go right back into the possibility of more that warmth coming back again, widespread 30s. Getting into Monday, though, mild conditions start to ensue, low 40s in the forecast, getting up to middle 40s as you get into Tuesday with a 20% chance of snowfall at night. Then a wintry mix comes back again as we go into the overnight hours into Wednesday, and we see a 40% chance of that carrying over all the way through Thursday as another 40% chance in the forecast. That's a look what I've got going on for you. Have a wonderful day. Be safe out there.
Thank you, Art. And as you start to wake up this morning, we'll leave you with a wake-up call of Tannersville, Pennsylvania. A view of the Great Wolf Lodge there, outdoor pool. You see they've got some kind of warming bubble, too, if you want to enjoy the view without getting too cold. But, I don't know, that hot tub looking pretty inviting. Stay with us. We'll have more news headed your way after the morning sports blitz.
Residents shared their stories on how healthcare changes will impact their lives. I'll have more info on that conversation up next.
Let's head on over to the slopes. Area athletes putting their skills to the test at Mount Lacrosse yesterday. Highlights from there and Mitchell Hall as the lacrosse ladies were in action. All that coming up next in the Blitz.
It's one of our biggest sales. Get this Ashley sofa for just $339. Get up to 60% off list during our huge President's Day sale at Slumberland Furniture. Pay no interest for up to 60 months on select purchases with approved credit at Slumberland.
Hy-Vee is your big game headquarters. Save Friday through Sunday. Fresh ground beef, just $4.88 for a 1-pound roll. Pepsi 12 packs, just $3.99 each when you buy 4. Avocados, just 49 cents each. Hy-Vee chili style or kidney beans, just 49 cents. Bone-in pork shoulder roast, $1.88 a pound. Plus, you'll find even more great deals across the store. Save in-store and online, Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family and help out in your community. You've been there for so many others. But when life challenges you, when rising costs, unexpected repairs, medical bills, or simply a rough stretch make it hard to keep up on a limited or low income, you're not alone. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are here for you, working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. If you're struggling with high utility bills, facing a disconnect notice, or dealing with a furnace emergency and your limited or low income isn't enough, support is available. Visit www.heat.help or call 1-800-506-5596 to apply for a hand up.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis. So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support. It really brought me back to being able to be me.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good Feet, good life.
The huge President's Day sale at Slumberland. Get a Sealy mattress for just $399. Save up to $800 on select mattress sets. Get 60-month financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster. Up to 60% off list, only at Slumberland.
Last November, we told you about the disappearance of Evelyn Hartley, one of La Crosse's oldest cold cases. Tonight at 6, we take you inside the investigation. Police files and photos never before seen by the public. The evidence for Evelyn. Tonight at 6 on News 8.
Into the Blitz. Well, in just 9 days, the 2026 Wisconsin State Ski and Snowboard Championships will once again be held here right in La Crosse. So one more tune-up for area athletes yesterday before state rolls around. Let's head over to Mount La Crosse for this meet. No shortage of snow on the slopes for this one. And we start with the girls ski slalom on the hill here. Julia McBride in her first race of the day crosses the finish line with a time of 37.62 seconds and takes first in the race. Boys' turn now. This is Jonathan Gerke from West Salem. He finishes his run in 34.97 seconds and goes home with the top time. Snowboarders now, and this is London Vanderhorst of West Salem. She crosses the finish line in a time of 23.71 seconds, and in first place for the boys, Charles Head, completing the time of 25.48 seconds. He takes home with the gold. Congrats to all those who competed, and best of luck next Saturday. And over to a much warmer Mitchell Hall. It's the 22nd ranked UWL women hosting the number 9 team in the nation, Whitewater. First quarter action, Logan alum Aliyah Hamilton draining a 3 to tie this one up. The Warhawks find momentum late in the first half. Mia Gillis gets the offensive board and the bucket for the lead. Second half now, Madison Kilboten gets a pass and nails a 3 ball to make it a 3-point game. Whitewater showing their resilience, though. Renee Rittmeyer banks home the shot for 2, and it's the Warhawks taking this one 64-47. On the men's side, La Crosse holds on for a 3-point win thanks to a Dustin DeRusso game-winning shot. That makes it 4 wins in a row for the Eagles after 4 straight losses. Meanwhile, the Viterbo men drop their 3rd straight game as they fall to Trinity Christian in overtime. Been a while since I've hit the slopes over at Mount La Crosse. Would not be able to be anywhere as close to good as those athletes, though. That's going to do for the Blitz. We'll see you back here later tonight.
If you have a crack like this, well, you have a problem. Today I'm learning how a cracked wall might mean your foundation is sinking.
It always points towards the area where it's sinking. For example, this corner here, we're down almost a full inch of drop.
Right, so that's going down and that's causing the crack.
Correct. And then this door, they don't even use that door anymore. It cannot open.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
We have that at Sweet Valley Artisans in Coon Valley.
Hi, do you have a red Norwegian sweater? We have that. Perfect.
There's no way they have floral bell bottoms here.
Yep, we have that.
Jams, mixes. I wonder if they have eggs.
We have that.
I'm looking for something a little unique.
Yep, we have that.
Hunt for your next piece in our newly remodeled artisan shop now. Stop in and find your treasure today.
President's Day is a time to honor all presidents, past and present. And at King Furniture, we're giving you the opportunity to save some presidents with huge discounts throughout our entire store. And don't forget our trade-in offer. Trade in your old sofa or mattress and get $100 towards a new one. We'll even deliver the new and haul away the old for free. Plus, get 0% financing.
So save some presidents at King. King Furniture. Nice people.
Nice furniture.
Nice style.
Stella Jones Corporation in Bangor has immediate openings and wants you to apply. They say this job takes grit, attention to detail, and ability to work as a team. Stella Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today.
Hy-Vee is your Valentine's Day headquarters. You'll find beautiful bouquets starting at just $24.99. The sweetest gifts, like chocolate-covered strawberries. And Hy-Vee makes Valentine's date night easy, with meals you pick up and cook at home starting at just $35. Get everything you need for Valentine's Day all in one place. Order in-store or online for pickup or delivery. And make it a happy Valentine's Day with a little help from Hy-Vee.
Freedom is the ability to choose the path that makes you happy.
When you need a truck to get you from the job site
to the campsite, drive your story with a new Ram
or a new Jeep from Pischke Motors.
Stop in now to get a brand new Jeep, Ram, Dodge, Fiat, or Chrysler. Whether it's for work or play, we've got the vehicle for you. We have a wide selection of every model. Nothing beats getting in the driver's seat. So stop in today. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
Light snowfall out there right now. More about that coming up for you when I return.
Community members gathered last night to share how potential Medicaid and ACA cuts could impact their lives. I'll have more info on that up next.
Savannah Guthrie and her siblings pleading for their mother's safe return, a new video, and a possible ransom note ahead. And a free weekend of adventure films, trail time, and even a candlelight hike. How to join the cold weather get-together coming up. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter. On this Thursday, February 5th, it is 6:27 a.m. You got more time than usual, 3 minutes left to stay in bed if you're waiting for that 6:30 a.m. alarm. And we'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett as people heading out the door. They need to know about this wintry mix you're talking about.
Yeah, this wintry mix continues to move in through the region right now. It's slowly but surely tracking out to the south and southeast right now. The frontal boundary is associated right there, right by Eau Claire right now. It's heading towards Winona, going to La Crosse for another batch coming our way, and then out it will go as we finish out the 9 o'clock hour going to 10 o'clock. So a wintry mix for now for this morning. Then in the afternoon, we have milder conditions on the way, holding on to those nice temperatures in the widespread 30s. We'll also see current temperatures right now in the 20s. Yesterday, these were like the highs yesterday, man. So we're holding on to warmer conditions on the way. In fact, there's a bit of a wind chill out there right now. The winds are picking up to about 25 miles per hour plus, gusting in some cases, coming in out of the southwest, and we'll see that go all the way through the 9 o'clock hour, then begins to taper going into the 10 o'clock hour. You're also looking at the temperature change. We're looking at plus 34 degrees in Sparta, plus 24 degrees in La Crosse as well, plus 30 degrees in Eau Claire. So we are warming up, and that heat is going to continue to stay with us as we go through the next couple of days here. Holding on to those temperatures in the 20s and the 30s now. That's a new one holding on. By the 11 o'clock hour, we'll be in the 30s, and that's when the snowfall is finishing out with some potential freezing drizzle associated with that as well. We'll also see Eau Claire holding on to 20s and 30s, finishing out your snowfall as we finish out the 9 o'clock hour. Now, we'll get into the highs today. Widespread 30s in the forecast. We're looking at maybe a 1/10 of an inch or less in the forecast for you. And as we go into tomorrow, we're going to do it all over again, starting tonight around the 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock hour, overnight with possible freezing rain and drizzle on the way. Be safe and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Art. La Crosse residents are speaking out about how healthcare changes could affect their lives. News 8 Now, Seth Padilla is in the newsroom with those details. Good morning, Seth.
Good morning, Alexandra. Community members gathered last night to share how potential Medicaid and ACA cuts could impact their lives. The event at Black River Beach Neighborhood Center, and it gave residents a platform to tell their personal stories. Organizers say those accounts can influence lawmakers as they make decisions about healthcare access and costs.
Stories are powerful,
And we know that when people hear stories on a consistent basis, and we're letting our legislators know how we feel about this, that they can change their mind.
Organizers say those stories can carry real weight, with lawmakers deciding the future of healthcare access. And they plan to compile the stories and present them to state and federal representatives. Reporting from the newsroom, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now This Morning.
Thank you, Seth. And this morning, the family of Nancy Guthrie, in an emotional new video, speaking directly to their mother's potential abductor. It has now been nearly 5 days since the mother of Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie was last seen at her home in Arizona. CBS's Jared Hill reports.
Our mom is our heart and our home.
In a gut-wrenching new video, Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie, her brother and sister are pleading for their mother Nancy to be returned safely.
Mama, if you're listening, we need you to come home.
The message as the desperate search for the 84-year-old intensifies into its 5th day. Savannah acknowledging a possible ransom note was sent to multiple media organizations.
We are ready to talk. However, we live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated. We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her.
Pima County Sheriff Chris Nano says they still have not identified a suspect or a person of interest. Wednesday night, after a call with Savannah, President Trump said he's directing all federal law enforcement to be at complete disposal to help find Guthrie. Wednesday, investigators were back at her home in Tucson canvassing for clues as the community lifted the Guthries in prayer.
Just truly bowing together to wish and hope Nancy comes home.
A hope held fast by her children.
We will not rest. Your children will not rest until we are together again.
Jared Hill, CBS News.
The FBI says it'll send more personnel to Arizona to help in that investigation. And Wisconsin is putting more money into public school libraries than ever before. Secretary of State Sarah Godlewski visited Memorial High School in Eau Claire, highlighting the record funding, $73.5 million. That's a 5% bump from last year.
The Common School Fund is specifically for books and technology, which we know are so important for our kids' learning, whether that's learning about STEM to technology, but all of that is important, and we're glad to be able to set our schools up for success.
The increase in funding brings the total Common School Fund for the year to $1.6 billion. Happening today, the Hmong Cultural and Community Center hosting its first rice drive, providing rice and essential items for La Crosse elders who could be affected by immigration enforcement. Anybody 59 or older can receive one package per address. The drive runs 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. or till supplies run out. And the city of La Crosse is remembering a local legend. Pat Stevens, the man known as Mr. Fest or Positive Pat, has passed away. News 8 Now's Grace Monk takes a look back at his lasting legacy.
Pat Stevens, a beloved community leader, died Tuesday at the age of 77.
Everyone knows already that Dad had a huge heart. His heart's been a little bit on overdrive, and that led to a big heart surgery last week. And he was home recovering slowly but surely, but unfortunately yesterday his heart decided to stop.
Stevens was a driving force behind many of La Crosse's major events and organizations. One of his biggest legacies is Rotary Lights.
People would call the house needing something and they go, "What do you mean he's got a job?" I said, "Well, he works." And he would take vacation days to set up and to take down at Rotary Lights.
Through the organization, Stevens brought joy to families across the Coulee region and worked to collect food donations for those in need. Stevens also served as Irish Fest president for 20 years and played a role in establishing the area's Freedom Honor Flight chapter.
It was just in the hospital last week that he was able to secure a band for the welcome back party on Saturday night. That's always hard to do because bands in the spring are so busy, but he was able to get a high school band. He was doing that from his hospital room.
Stevens was a husband, father, and grandfather.
Man, did he love his kids and grandkids. And he took so much pride in everything that they did.
His family describes him as extremely loving and giving.
we want the community to just always remember what he gave to this community and that they take that to heart and also give, because that would be his best legacy, that he had started a whole giving community.
Reporting in La Crosse, Grace Monk, News 8 Now This Morning.
A lasting legacy indeed, and family and friends can pay their respects next Thursday from 4 to 8 at St. Patrick's Catholic Church in Onalaska. A second visitation runs Friday from 10 to 10:45 with funeral services at 11. Another developing story this morning, border czar Tom Homan is pulling 700 ICE agents out of Minneapolis. Homan was sent to that city after ICE agents shot and killed 2 U.S. citizens at separate protests. Just over 2,000 agents remain as officials say they work to ease tensions.
My goal with the support of President Trump is to achieve a complete drawdown and end this surge as soon as we can.
Homan calls the operation a success, but admits it was not perfect. And the president is urging Republicans to nationalize ballot counting in 15 places, also pushing the SAVE Act, a bill requiring proof of citizenship to vote. Studies show voter fraud is exceedingly rare, with rates as low as 0.00008% in swing states. Trump and his allies filed 62 lawsuits challenging the 2020 election. Just one initially succeeded before that was overturned. The push comes a week after he sent the FBI to search an elections office in Georgia.
I'm as against nationalized election now as I was back in 2022 when the Democrats tried to do it. Now, having said that, I think the SAVE Act would be a great bill if we can get 60 votes in the Senate, because the world's changed.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer called the SAVE Act dead on arrival in the Senate. And Team Fluff versus Team Rough. Puppy Bowl 22 is almost here. This year's showdown features 150 adoptable dogs from 72 shelters, including senior and special needs pups. The 3-hour special airs Sunday on Animal Planet. The Super Bowl is consistently the most watched television event in the U.S. every year. That's a lot of pressure for advertisers who spend millions of dollars on commercials. Jen Sullivan sits down with one beer company's marketing team to learn about their craft making a Super Bowl ad.
When it comes to Super Bowl commercials,
why didn't they invite us? Well, we're salty.
The competition to win your attention may be just as fierce as the competition on the field.
When you talk about the Super Bowl, the pressure is always high.
Ricardo Marquez is the vice president of marketing for Michelob Ultra, one of the many beer brands that's owned by Anheuser-Busch. This year's ad is called the Ultra Instructor, featuring big names like Kurt Russell,
strapped in,
and Lewis Pullman, who skis against NHL player and former Olympian TJ Oshie and gold medalist Chloe Kim for the ultimate prize, not having to pick up the bar tab.
Here we have the opportunity to connect with an audience of 100+ million consumers.
Last year, more than 127 million people on average in the U.S. tuned into the Super Bowl, according to Nielsen. It's consistently the most watched event on television every year. For marketing companies, it's a whole year of planning on the line that boils down to 30, or in this case, 60 seconds on the clock.
This was a multi-month process.
And it comes with a multi-million-dollar price tag. NBC, which is carrying the big game this year, says some companies are paying upwards of $10 million for a 30-second spot. And while Michelob Ultra won't release what they paid, they did say it's a big financial investment, which is why their team spends an entire year working on it.
Humor, nostalgia, or inspiration, emotion always wins on the Super Bowl stage.
Marcus says while you want to create something memorable, the ultimate goal is promoting your product. They also measure success by how much buzz the commercial gets online, which is why many companies now release their ads ahead of the Super Bowl. And Monday morning, it's back to the drawing board to come up with next year's big idea.
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Margot is 8. She loves friends and her pets, too.
Happy birthday to you, Margot. Lovely photo there. And if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, 88, 98, we'd love to feature them.
That's right. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button under the Home tab on our website.
And stay with us. Coming up, a free weekend of adventure films, trail time, even a candlelight hike. We're joined by some of the organizers just ahead.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports, to me it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
At Sealands Carpetland, your family comes first. We're more than just a flooring store. We're your partners in creating a home that lasts a lifetime. Discover a world of comfort and durability with our huge selection. Whether it's cozy carpeting for your living room, timeless hardwood for a classic touch, or versatile tiles that stand up to the hustle and bustle of family life. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
When I made my Botox Cosmetic appointment,
I was nervous that I might look overdone. I wanted results that looked like me.
what was important to me was that I'd still look like me, just with fewer lines.
I'm happy with my results.
So happy that my results are natural looking. Booking a consultation, it's a way to take time for you.
Botox cosmetic effects may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox cosmetic if you have skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow, eyelid drooping or swelling. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
I'm the one and only Delphina.
I'm the one and only Olivia. And I'm the one and only Claire. And I got treated with the one and only Botox Cosmetic.
Find a licensed Botox Cosmetic specialist at BotoxCosmetic.com.
Hy-Vee is your big game headquarters. Save Friday through Sunday. Fresh ground beef, just $4.88 for a 1-pound roll. Pepsi 12 packs, just $3.99 each when you buy 4. Avocados, just 49 cents each. Hy-Vee chili style or kidney beans, just 49 cents. Bone-in pork shoulder roast, $1.88 a pound. Plus, you'll find even more great deals across the store. Save in-store and online, Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Experience the thrill of gaming at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin. Whether you're a slots enthusiast or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Enjoy delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more memories and adventure to your visit at any one of our 6 locations. And coming soon to Beloit. More of our amazing gaming options, amenities, and outstanding service you can count on. Find your fun today at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin.
Last November, we told you about the disappearance of Evelyn Hartley, the 15-year-old who was kidnapped on La Crosse's south side 72 years ago. Since then, News 8 Now's Grace Monk has gone through decades of police records. She's here with us now. Good morning, Grace. So tell us a little bit about this case.
Yeah, Evelyn Hartley was babysitting like many Central High School students on October 24th, 1953. Hartley was a smart, well-mannered girl who checked in with her parents whenever she went out, but that night she never called.
Okay, and so what did you find when you were going through all of these records recently?
Police were thorough when investigating the case. We found hundreds of documents detailing evidence, transcripts from interviews, police reports, and tips. We also had the chance to look through photos taken of the crime scene and of evidence.
Okay, so sounds like a lot of new stuff there. So that we'll be watching for that tonight at 6.
Yes.
Okay, thanks for being here, Grace.
Thank you.
All right, as we take a look at our local weather here, getting into some light snowfall that's been moving out of the region. Wintry mix is what's happening right now, getting into milder conditions in the afternoon. We're talking widespread 30s for you. And then we get into your Friday, we're going to do it all over again. We're going to start out with about 9 o'clock tonight, and in the overnight hours, we'll have that wintry mix coming back again. This one's going to hold on some actual ice moving in the forecast, as well as that mix of snowfall as well. So we'll get into that. Let's hold on right now. We're seeing all this now starting to move away. The cold front is right there associated with that. That's starting starting to bug out, heading southward all the way to the southeast as well, and up and out it goes. We have another batch that is working over towards Winona right now, and that's falling apart gradually as well because we still have warming temperatures and some drier air associated with that, so it's hard to get this down to the ground. You get to La Crosse, we have possibility of that happening, but you're going to see as you go a little bit more to the east, you're going to see a little bit of snowfall working down to the south as well, and eventually as we finish out, we'll hold on how this all shapes up with that again. The wintry mix today, the frontal boundary starting to work through again, and we'll see warmer air on the way for us today, holding on to milder conditions because of that, and we're looking at widespread 30s in your forecast. Wind gusts go all the way from the 9 o'clock hour, picking up to about 25 miles per hour, then they loosen up, going right to the 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock hour. We should be done with the winds to be fairly light, up to about 20 miles per hour, and they're done. Lows for this morning, though, we're looking at 19 to about, say, 24 degrees in your forecast, 27 in Winona. We're looking at 23 as you get into Prairie du Chien, and 21 in Boston. With a little light wind chill out there, it's making it feel a little bit cooler on your skin. However, the temperatures, though, we're like plus 24 degrees right now, and plus 34 degrees you get into areas right by Sparta, so we're warming you up today. We'll get into it right now. Fog starting to hold on over by the river right now. You can see that just right there in the corner there. You can see that continuing on with a light possibility of light snowfall to light drizzle, freezing drizzle, by the way, in the forecast today, and that will expire by the 10 o'clock hour. We should be done. Eau Claire is looking pretty quiet with a light breeze moving that flag a little bit. High temperatures today, 30s widespread to about 37 degrees in the forecast. La Crosse will hit 36, 34 for Eau Claire, 37 for Prairie du Chien. We'll try to keep that going all the way through the night, too. We'll see these temperatures still holding on to those 30s later on as we go into the midnight hour, but for now we're in the 20s. You see the snowfall ticking out a little bit by Sparta, possibly brushing there. That was supposed to hit us as that frontal boundary was ending, and now it's gone. We'll go back into the afternoon. We're looking at widespread 30s in the forecast. We'll get out of that, going back with more snowfall coming back again later on tonight. That carries over all the way into tomorrow with a mix of rain and snow on the way. Now take a look. You see the rainfall over by Minneapolis? Well, that's going to continue to track down all the way to Red Wing and Winona, where it's bringing in some light mix of rain and snow and ice in the forecast. That'll continue. Snowfall for everybody else, though. You can see that as you go to Black River Falls, down to Sparta, Volkfield. We still have along the river, though, we're holding on to that mix of rain and snow. So possible freezing rain associated with that, maybe some ice associated with that as too. And then by the time we get in the 3 o'clock hour in the morning, we're done. And it's not even before sunrise where you're looking at snowfall to get out of the way. Holding on to highs for Friday, where you're looking at the possibility of more 30s, once again to upper 30s to near 40 degrees. And we'll go right in how this all shapes up for Saturday's lows. Well, we're going to drop it back down again, holding that. And we'll also find ourselves getting into, again, the possibility of temperatures in the 20s widespread. And then we'll see maybe some teens in there, too. We'll take it into how this all looks as we go into the next few days. 30% chance of snowfall as we go into today and tomorrow. Then a break for Saturday, possibly coming back again for Saturday night, though. We'll keep an eye on that. Sunday's a break as well. Monday is a break, but you're looking at temperatures back into the 30s, into the low 40s. And eventually by Tuesday, we have a 20% chance of snowfall to a wintry mix. Going into the overnight hours, that picks up to about a 30% chance, turning to a 40% chance going into your Wednesday, and that carries all the way into Thursday as well. Be safe and have a wonderful day out there.
Thank you, Art. Well, new this morning, winter doesn't have to mean hibernation, especially with those temperatures warming up. A new event wants to get you outside and connected. The Cold Weather Get Together kicks off this Friday with adventure films at the Rivoli, then heads to the Bluff Saturday for hiking, hot cocoa, and more. We're joined by Kayla and Lewis this morning to tell us a little bit more. Good morning to you both. Thanks for being here.
Hi, good morning.
So tell us a little bit about this Cold Weather Get Together and what inspired it.
Yeah, like you had said, it starts Friday night with the adventure film at the Rivoli. That is a quarterly event that happens. It's free and open to the public. People can register and get tickets for the event through the Beer by Bike Brigade app. Okay. And it's just a really great opportunity for people to come together and watch films that are inspired by the things that we're talking about and celebrating on Saturday. So this week's films are about stewardship of the land and how to come together for winter recreation and just resiliency that's found in the recreation community.
All right, so yeah, Friday this starts. It has an adventure film festival going on. So what do folks expect?
Expect to have fun, enjoy the opportunities that this area has to offer. One of the things is bringing solidarity together, bringing community together, as we've been able to collaborate and put together geocaching, the Cup of Love, which is sponsored by Black, and getting folks together and enjoying the festivities of what La Crosse has to offer as a community is, I guess, the biggest premise of things. Seeing how all the what would you say? Have all the businesses and organizations come together and appreciate what we have in this area.
Okay, very cool. And a lot of people, you know, in the winter it is kind of hard to get out and connect. So definitely have something pulling everybody together is great to see. Then Saturday we'll move outdoors to Upper Hickson. So tell us a little bit about what's going on there.
Yep, the event is free and open to the public. You just show up. It's from 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock at night. 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock is just open recreation. We'll have some pump track area set up for the kids. There's a family-friendly scavenger hunt with some door prizes for participating. And then the Cup of Love event, which is, we're looking at 7 to 10 soup and chili vendors. It's, again, free. They'll be able to vote. Different organizations and restaurants, nonprofits in the community are donating their time and their chili to be up there to raise awareness for Black and the other organizations that are involved. And then we have our monthly candlelight hike that night as well. So that starts at 5:30 to 7 in Upper Hickson, and it's going to be like perfect sunset time, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it'll be beautiful up there.
Okay, great. And we've seen Black do wings with Wingapalooza. So now it's nice to see chili. We're going to see what they're cooking up there too. That should be great. You did mention free, family friendly, and then I think you said there's no need to sign up. Is that right? Or should we pre-register?
Nope, there's no registration.
No
Just
registration.
come and go as you please throughout the day. And
Okay, and anything people need to bring or wear? Any recommendations there?
Just make sure you bring a great attitude and opportunity and open mind to be able to actually, you know, enjoy the amenities of what La Crosse is.
Yeah.
You know?
So it should be nice. You'll be in the 30s. You have some 20s later on in the overnight hours, that kind of stuff. So people coming home, they'll be okay.
Yep.
The thing is, though, what do people hope for? Is this we take away for this event?
As I said before, solidarity, communal solidarity, because it shows, the object is to showcase what we have and the amenities of our community, you know, as Aura has done for Hickson Trails and the Trail Farm, as Black does for in supporting our youth and our youth of color in the area, trying to evoke and get them involved, more involved in a blustery time or in this day. And
I should mention there are bonfires as well. Nothing brings people together like s'mores and a warm bonfire and hot cocoa too. So
yes, okay, so there really is something for everybody.
Yeah.
Fat tire biking.
And fat tire
Yes,
biking.
yes.
Okay, all right, so
For
there's
those,
something for everyone.
yes.
Is there a website that we can go to check out to learn more here before we go?
Yep, on the Aura Trails website there is an event page that has the highlights of the event, and then there's also a Facebook event and social media post going on.
Okay,
I think
perfect.
all of the agencies involved are sharing that out, but definitely
all
all
right,
the details
and
are
we will
on
get
there.
that on our website as well. Thank you both for being here this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you very
for
much.
Stay
this
with us.
opportunity.
We'll be right back.
Support local businesses by shopping at Bean Juice in Jackson Plaza. Start your day off right with fresh coffee, roasted in-house. Open since 2002, Bean Juice is a woman-owned company. Enjoy a cup of comfort in a relaxed atmosphere for an elevated coffee experience. Shop local, shop Jackson Plaza.
Together, we're stronger.
Western works side by side with local employers to provide career-ready skills.
Together, we make a difference.
Western's 90-plus programs go hand in hand with today's job market.
Together, we're vital for our communities.
Our region's exceptional industries rely on Western grads. We're all in this together.
Together,
we are Western.
It's the President's Week sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, a huge store-wide event. Shop now for big sale prices, 24-month financing, and free gas just for shopping Drury's. Only at Drury's will you find the biggest brands like Hanadel, FlexSteel, Stressless, and La-Z-Boy, plus a design team to help you pull it all together. Great sale prices, 24-month financing, and free gas. Now during the President's Week sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Family-owned for 100 years.
Eagle Crest North in Onalaska is expanding. Our tradition of excellence continues to grow with the addition of our new luxury senior apartments opening in January 2026. Expect nothing less than exceptional amenities. Choose your ideal home from well-designed floor plans. I'm Tammy, and I've been welcoming residents to our community for 17 years. Call me today to reserve your new home.
Join us for a weekly open house or schedule your private tour today.
If your basement walls are peeling, that is not appealing. So this is water damage, Man,
That's water damage.
how many people right now have compromise in their basement brought on by water?
Oh, the majority. I mean, water is the enemy of a home.
Right.
But it's better to have it assessed to give you that ease of mind.
Sure.
Inspections are free. Might as well just give us a call to help.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
Support local businesses by shopping at Bean Juice in Jackson Plaza. Start your day off right with fresh coffee, roasted in-house. Open since 2002, Bean Juice is a woman-owned company. Enjoy a cup of comfort in a relaxed atmosphere for an elevated coffee experience. Shop local, shop Jackson Plaza.
Last November, we told you about the disappearance of Evelyn Hartley, one of La Crosse's oldest cold cases. Tonight at 6, we take you inside the investigation. Police files and photos never before seen by the public. The evidence for Evelyn. Tonight at 6 on News 8.
La Crosse residents are speaking out about how healthcare changes could impact their lives. Community members gathered last night to share how potential Medicaid and ACA cuts could impact them. The event at Black River Beach Neighborhood Center gave residents a platform to tell their personal stories. Organizers say these accounts can influence lawmakers as they make decisions about healthcare access and costs.
Thank you, Seth. Border Czar Tom Homan is pulling 700 ICE agents out of Minneapolis. 1 second. Drop my clicker there. He said he was sent to the city after ICE agents shot and killed 2 U.S. citizens at separate protests. Just over 2,000 agents remain as officials work to ease tensions. And quite the scene in Onalaska. Security camera catching a bobcat walking through Gulfview Lane. That sighting was last Friday. The DNR says it definitely is a bobcat. They also say that they generally don't pose a threat, but be careful. Yeah, be careful indeed.
careful.
Watch out for your pets and everything. Wow, scary sight for sure. Glad everybody's okay though.
Hey, how about this though? Light snowfall this early morning. We'll see it again for tomorrow morning as well. We have a 30% chance today and tomorrow holding on to maybe a 1/10 of an inch or less. Most of the snowfall will be over by the lake. We have more of that warmth coming in as we go into next week as well. Be safe out there and have a wonderful day.
All right, Art, thank you. And happy National Weather Person's Day to you again, my friend. And we'll see you back here at noon. Thanks for joining us this morning.